going on, Beam-Toosted? Today we're going to be working on the Death Kart. Rotary parts are still being rotaried, so we have this to work on. It's Tube City back here.
Yeah, Tube City.
It's real strong. There's triangles everywhere. So today we're going to continue building the chassis, make it real strong. And there's parts that we need to do first. Our intercoolers are going to be integrated right here in front of the back wheels, so we're going to have to build a structure that supports those.
We're going to kick the frame rails out, probably a good 6 to 8 inches on each side, and kind of taper them into the front, so we maintain this cool like arrow nose shape the thing's got.
What we're realizing, fucking helicopters. What this is kind of turning into is we're using the sand rail portion kind of like a jig, and we're building our own chassis around it. It is structured, definitely, but it's going to look completely different when we're done with it. We're going to also talk about cantilevering out the beam. We're saving the beam, we're keeping the beam. A lot of you guys want to see this work. For some reason, we're going to make it work. Anyways, let's get started. Devin's got the suit of destruction on. Hey. Ready to fudge some shit up. Hey. So we're building a new hoop back here. We're going to be cutting a lot of the structure out of this. We're concerned with the cantilever suspension that it might try to spring that way, so we're welding in these dowels real quick before we do some destruction so it can't do that. That boy angry. Not about to lie, boys, this looks really stupid, but blank canvas once again, and by the end of the video it won't be looking as dumb. So we're gonna make the new roll hoop first, and then we'll start working on the Lamborghini twin turbo intercooler setup that we're gonna
fucker onto there.
Yep, we're gonna doodle bop right on there. Doodle bop is a acceptable substitute for fuckered.
Yeah, that's our new one.
Devin seems to have the roll bar situation under control, and James and I were sitting around doing nothing, so we're going to mount the intercoolers in space. If you notice, it is twin little boys right here, and these are ideal for a twin turbo setup, which is exactly what we're gonna do. Pretty simple brackets that we're gonna make here.
Yeah, the inner mounts are nice and easy because it's just gonna go between two of the pre-existing like frame pieces.
You'll see.
Yeah, real nice.
Okay, so it's winter almost, and we don't have any light after daylight savings, but
yeah,
we carry on, and we have the pieces needed to make the side parts, and we have the main roll bar kind of fabbed up, so we're getting to the point where we're going to burn them in now. We just got to copy this cope, which is...
Sam said he didn't want to do it twice, so now it's on us to ruin this tube. Which I guess is fair.
Okay, so it's a new day now. As you can see, we got the gate shut because it's the morning time. It's just fucking everything up. But this is where we left off yesterday. We got the main hoop in. It's all welded up nicely there. Now we need to make the front hoop, which is gonna go right here. Then we do an X-brace across the top. And then we have some 1-inch tube coming in a couple hours here, so we could finish kind of like the air channeling frame that's gonna, like, so when we're driving down the road, make these actually functional. Although if they were just hanging out in space, they'd probably still be functional.
Yeah,
but
probably work okay, just floating around. But
we want to make this look as cool as possible. So we're just gonna take some measurements, bend some tube, and James and I are gonna no doubt fuck it up because no one else is here yet.
But we got scrap tube to ruin, so
yeah, it's no big deal.
Yeah, no harm, no foul. We're gonna be fine. I've only used this thing like twice, and both times I've used it, I haven't known what I'm doing, and I've just basically bent tube and like totally been winging it, and it's worked okay. But you know, is what it is. Yeah.
So it seemed to work just how we wanted it to, even without the consultation of the official tube wrangler.
Yep. Even without tube wrangler McGee.
All right, it looks good on the cardboard, but now we got to see how it looks on the car. So we've already got it tacked in because, as you guys could probably guess, we fucking nailed that shit the first time.
How's that looking? Oh, that's looking good.
All right, before we box in the intercoolers with their frame, we're gonna finish the main hoops up here. Instead of going straight across like what was originally here, we're gonna do an X-brace. The benefit of that is we'll have more headroom. We're just gonna have to make, we've measured this already, just gonna cut those out, weld those in, and then we'll talk about and we'll start making our frame for the intercoolers. All right, we got the first one in there. It's welded. I'll show you in a second. We're making the complicated piece. We're just gonna send it and
hope for the best.
real quick.
Actually lines up real good.
So maybe a 1/4 of an inch off.
Maybe.
We're tacking things in. We're just gonna see how it looks. Okay, so we got it. There is some gaps, but I am the gap filler. We're satisfied with that. I'm just gonna burn it in now. All right, now we got some bomb-proof shit going on. This is all caged in. Cantilever's still looking great. We have our new main roll hoop, X-brace over the top, and then our front bar. Now we're gonna work down and go to finishing the structure that is going to duct air into the intercoolers.
And then all we have to do is cut this part of the cap off, put a divider in there, and fucking make the inlet however that ends up being with the turbo in place.
So basically Sam doesn't like at all how James and I cobbled it together, so he's redesigning our entire lives right now. So we're knocking out part of the frame to squeeze it. Why are we moving it halfway into the main chassis?
Mostly for access for the inlet and the outlet. We're basically going to end up completely remaking this cap as just a, we're basically going to make this a dual pass. So we're going to leave this here, cut this part of the tank off and put a dividing plate, and then rebuild this part of the tank with an outlet. So basically instead of being this side in, this side out, it'll be this side in, halfway, halfway, that side out. Out of the turbo directly into this tank, out of here, up into the intake.
Sounds pretty lame. Sam, going with his design because it's probably better.
Can't get the cutoff wheel on the inside of that weld, so we're resorting to manual force.
This is Reggie the Sledgy, short for Reginald the Sledgenold, and it is our 1-inch DOM tube welded to a sledgehammer head, which used to be a mini sledge.
Now it's an Uber sledge.
Okay, so instead of the flat stock James and I used, Sam will be doing some digital bullshit CNC nice cuts.
Wow.
Well,
It's better than a handmade bracket. What do you know?
okay, so James is beginning what is going to be the ducting for this shit, which Sam has made the bracket for. It's looking real fancy. Now we just got to weld that to the tube down here. This is the new and improved angle. Oh, why is this so much better than ours, dude?
Suck it to pee-pee.
Proper 12. Rainy whiskey.
That's my potato.
You look super cool.
La
Vaping and having those cool angular 90s
None of us own
safety
any
shits.
Subarus though.
Supers are garbage.
Yeah, they're pretty bad. Subarus are the best.
Where's the angle finder? Is the guy that plays the autistic doctor actually autistic?
Maybe.
Why isn't everybody mad about that?
That's kind of like his
Pretty
own.
sure people were mad about it when it first.
Well, then if that's the case, you also have to be mad at Forrest Gump.
I think that's the entire plot of Tropic Thunder.
Ah! Why does it do that sometimes?
Sucks butts.
Same time.
It's starting to look kind of stealth fightery. When we angle plate all this in, it'll definitely have that look.
Get that one of those outside holes lined up with that hole on there.
We just got one problem. The in-tank's interfering with the last tube we wanted to make, so
Which
we're just
is
gonna put a bend in it so it clearances.
Totally something we could have anticipated if we had just looked at it, but we didn't.
Nah, that's dumb. That looks pretty cool too, actually. Wow. Okay, now that it's bright, we can show you guys what's going on here. We have the frames to our ducts. We don't know if we're gonna do aluminum over here or like a carbon fiber, but we're gonna leave this open and make some sort of, you know, we'll screen it in so it doesn't fill with dirt or anything like that. But air's gonna flow through here and we'll have functional twin turbo intercoolers. As a whole, this car has gotten considerably wider. We're starting in the back and working our way forward. So the front is up next. And I don't know if we actually explained it in this video, but we're gonna do some more bracing back there, and to get into this, we're gonna climb through the front, but what we're gonna do is build like a clamshell front part that, you know, the dash and the steering wheel and everything will come up in one piece. You'll get in and the whole front will shut.
I have a new steering rack for it, stuff like that.
What's special about the steering rack?
It's gonna be right-hand drive.
We're doing right-hand drive, right-hand shift. So Devin, you wanna sit in that and demonstrate exactly what it's gonna look like? And it's gonna be right-hand drive, but we're keeping it right-hand shift. So we'll make like some sort of bark basher freaking bar that comes around here so your arm doesn't get ripped off or anything like that.
Yeah, I would. You don't really have any room for a passenger if you have to shift over here, so.
So that's the plan for that. And
I wish the camera did more justice to how wide this thing is.
I mean, it's
fat.
she fat, and then when it's all paneled in, it's gonna look crazy. It's gonna wrap this one up. Devin's gonna pick a winner for the video. If you guys are not familiar, we give away products from boostedshades.com every video. That's also the best way to support us, so check out boostedshades.com.
Okay, this video's winner is ASE.
Hit us up at Teamboosted at boostedshades.com or through any of our social media platforms. We'll get back to you and ship you something. If you guys want to win, all you gotta do is like, subscribe, and leave a comment. The comment could be anything, but we do ask you guys stuff at the end of every video to make it easier for you to think of something.
All right, this video's question is, we've been talking about a lot of different colors for this thing. We want to know what you guys would like to see for a paint scheme on this.
We're thinking some kind of 2-color combination. So just leave that in the comments and you're eligible to win stuff from boostedshades.com. You also have to like and subscribe. But yeah, that's it. Pretty pumped on this thing. It's getting pretty crazy. The front's still looking a little lame, but from here back is the business. We'll see you guys next time.
Yeah, as always, guys, thanks for watching. See you next time.